Today we're gonna have a nice cozy day. I have the next few days to myself because Mike is leaving, and I got cozy pants on. I have mushroom pants on, which I love. This awesome sweatshirt that I got from Amazon. And we are going to Ikea, so let's go. It's been absolutely pouring here for the past few days, and look at this mushroom we get every year. You guys, look at it compared to my hand. It's huge. Mike is gonna be away for about 3 or 4 days, which I'm excited about. I'm such an introvert, I need my alone time. And it's gonna be a nice, beautiful weekend. I want to read, go to a bookstore, go to Ikea. Let's do it. I'm going to pick up a ottoman, bring it right out to my car, and then go shopping after that. So this is the ottoman I'm trying to buy, but it doesn't tell me what aisle it's in. And they told me somebody would be here. Right, I didn't know that, but I had to purchase it ahead of time, and then I pick it up at customer service. Did you know that? I didn't know that. I picked up my ottoman, put it in my car, and let's do some serious shopping. If you aren't getting to Ikea before the crowd, I don't know who you are. You gotta get here as soon as they open. We had decided to take a walk first before we get any further with our day. They have been cooped up because it has been raining for a week straight here. So just want to get them out. I'll take them for a longer walk later, but just want to get for a short walk now. It's a little warm for them. It's like 83. It's beautiful, not very humid, but having these type of dogs, they don't handle the heat too well. Before I do anything further, I have to get some iced coffee. I've just been running around since I woke up this morning, and I'm starting to hit a wall, and I still want to bake a zucchini bread. I want to show you guys everything that I got from Ikea and put that stuff together. And I actually want to finish a book that I started today. It's so good, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. Also, this is the best insulated cup for an iced coffee. It doesn't sweat on the outside. I have them in other sizes, and I'll link it down below. It's the best. It's the only one that I'll use. I even have it in a larger size, and I'm going to get a lot more. I love these so much. They're so good. All right. Let me show you everything that I got today from Ikea, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Hello. I got a ton of stuff from Ikea today, and I've been needing to get there for about 8 weeks now, so I'm excited to finally have this stuff. And I'm really glad that all the stuff that I needed was in stock, because I knew some of the stuff was getting low, and actually a couple weeks ago something was out of stock, so I'm glad it was there today. But let me just go over everything that I got today, because I have some really good things here. Ikea is really good not only for a lot of their furniture, but I like a lot of their household items too, and there are a few things that I repurchase over and over again. So let me start off with something simple. First off, there's these dish sponges, and I bought the last 3 packs. It comes in a pack of 3, and I bought the last 3 of them that were there. I buy these all the time because they are so inexpensive. For a pack of 3 is like $1.49 or something like that. And I just like dish sponges that are aesthetically pleasing, because I feel like the ones that you get in the store, they're like neon green or blue, and I don't know, just want something that looks good in my sink when I have it there. So I got a pack of all the dish sponges. Then I got this waffle robe, I guess. I'm not even going to try to pronounce these words, but it's this nice tan color robe. Let me open this up for you. Yeah, it's one of these robes that I've been wanting for a while. It's so soft. I love the material, so I'm really glad they still have that. They also have it in white, I think, but that's a really good robe to have. And again, just so inexpensive. I got some cleaning gloves. One of these. I like the way they look, and I think they're really nice. And I'm tired of getting my hands full of chemicals every single time I clean. I also got 2 of these bath mitts. So it's to, scrub your body like that. And I wanted these because I like the fact that you can wash them. You can throw them right in your, wash with your towels or something. I was excited about that. Something very simple. I got some, I really like their plastic bags. So I got a 5-quart or 4.5 liter. And I like their bags because not only is it a good bargain, but they're also kind of cute. Let me show you here. They always have some type of design on them, so it's kind of nice. But every time I go to Ikea, I try to pick this stuff up just because, it's so much cheaper than a regular grocery market for this kind of stuff. Then I got 3 of these lint rollers. If you have pets, you know how it is. So I got 3 of these lint rollers. They're like $1 something each, and I do my furniture, I do my clothing, obviously. They're so nice to have. Also, if you have dogs or a cat that goes outside a lot, it's good to kind of lint roll your pet after a walk, especially if you live in a tick environment state, which I do. It picks up ticks that you can't see, especially on one of my dogs. She's black,
and or she's really dark, I should say. She's black and brown. She's like a brindle color. And I can't easily see ticks on her, so I just kind of lint roll her really quick, and I'll be surprised how many ticks like come off on the lint roller. I got 2 of these little brushes for to wash dishes. Not for me, it's for Mike's sister. She loves these. It has a handle on them, so every time I'm there, I try to get her a few more because they don't get there that often. So again, got some of those. Then I got a pillowcase. Fell in love with this color, this green. One of my pillows on one of our benches. I don't know, I just feel like I just want to change it up a little bit, and I really fell in love with this. It was so inexpensive. I think it was like $2. It was like one of those sale deals. And yeah, I'll show you this when I get that on. Then I got a little soft blanket. Because this ottoman is a little bit harder than this ottoman here, this ottoman's going away. And I'll tell you, when I put this one together, I'll tell you the reason why I'm getting rid of this one. Although it's cute, it's just not working out for me. I wanted to have like a little blanket to put my feet on so it's not against a hard surface. But yes, I got this to kind of match the ottoman. Then I got a lamp. It's a little lamp. I wanted to replace the lamp that I have over here. I just like this wicker, this rattan, and yeah, I'll show you that when I put that together. Then I had to do this. I had to get some candles. Their candle selection is on fire right now, you guys. It is so good. It was really hard for me to reel it in. I had like 5 candles in my bag, and I'm like, all right, relax. No, I have 3. Okay, I bought 3. Okay, I put 2 back. One was, one whole scent was like forest, like themed. Again, my sinuses, wait a minute. I'm not good with smells, but I got this one. And then I got one that is like a cherry pie here. Oh, so good. And then this one smells more like, I guess, Christmassy because it has like that pine tree scent. I'm just getting so ready for fall. And then I got a couple of food items because I love Ikea's food. Oh, I also got this. I got a lamp, which I needed for our living room because the one in our living room is broken, and it is not bright enough and not tall enough. So we wanted one with a pull chain too. So I'll show you that once I get it together. But I got some food items. I put them away. Let me go grab them really quick. Okay. So all of the food items that I like, not all of them were there. Hi, Phoebe. Hi, Phoebe. You want to come here? Come here. I know. Oh, let me make some room for you. Come here, baby. I got Phoebe. Say hi to Phoebe. This is Phoebe. Hi, Phoebe. Hi, little bear. Hi, little bear. Oh, she's a good girl. You want to sniff around all my stuff? Okay. All right. I love IKEA food. Every time I'm there, I kind of do some grocery shopping while I'm there. First off, I love their jams or their jellies because they are vegan. If you hear snorting, that's Phoebe. But they are vegan because they don't contain gelatin, so they put pectin in it, which is, I think it's a fruit-based gelatin. But I love their lingonberry, and I haven't tried this one yet. It's orange and elderflower. So Mike and I make croissants on vegan croissants on Sundays, and we always have different jams and jellies. So these are so good. Well, this one is. I'm assuming this one is because I love orange and I love elderflower. They didn't have, like I said, they didn't have all the stuff. This is mostly for Mike. It's potato, vegetable, and cheese medallions. And I think he'll really like these. And then for me, for later, because I love their food there, this is plant-based meatballs made with pea protein, mashed potatoes, broccoli, and just various vegetables. So I'm going to have this for dinner later because I'm keeping things very simple. Okay, So that is everything that I got from Ikea. Now let me just put some things together and show you everything when it's out and together. So sit tight. Okay, I am loving how this looks. I love the light. I have to clean up the wires underneath, but I love this so much. I took the lamp that was here and I put it in our guest room. Put it here. I think it looks better in here. I didn't like the lamp that was in here before. So, yeah. Everything is looking good. All right, a few more things to put together and then we'll talk about that. So we have this situation at our little bench here, and I like these pillows over here. I like these ones. I just want to change out this one to this one that I got. Kind of stick with this green vibe here. So yeah, I'm liking this a lot better, just for something different.
I'm happy to say that this portion of the video is in collaboration with Rheadia, an electronic and rechargeable lighter that I have not only used for my candles, but I've also used it for my backyard fire pit. It is also windproof and very convenient, and I am so happy that they sent me these 3 beautiful colors. They also provided all of my subscribers with a 20% discount code, which I will leave the link down below. Thank you so much to Rheadia for this wonderful collaboration. It is time to go to a bookstore. I have not been to a bookstore in a few months, and even though I have more than enough books to read, I just feel like going out and cruising. It's been a stressful few weeks, so I just want to do something for myself, and it makes me happy to go to a bookstore. Go to Barnes & Noble. It's not my favorite one, but it's definitely the closest one. My favorite one is like 35-40 minutes away one way, and this is literally 6 minutes. So we're gonna go in here, check out the books here, and see what we come up with. On another walk this morning, and we have a treat down in our park. haven't been on this walk in a while. It's usually pretty crowded, but we're here nice and early, so you know how it is. It's always better to walk them off leash when you can. I feel like they get more exercise too. All right, this is what I'm having for dinner tonight. It is a plant-based meatball with mashed potatoes and some broccoli. It looks so good to me. I just love Ikea food. So it goes on this tray for 45 minutes. So I'm gonna cook this up. So excited, nice and easy. Hello, Phoebe. All right, this is going to take 45 minutes. So I'm gonna let that bake while I take a quick shower. I know it's not pretty, but it is so good. And catching up on some YouTube videos. Phoebe's ever hopeful that I'll give her something. And Cora, giving up on life. I think this is the first time I've been out this summer where it was like really nice out. It's like 77 degrees, hardly any humidity, and it's just really, really nice out right now. Hello. I had all the intentions today of being pretty active, but sometimes that goes right out the window. And I have Phoebe with me today. She was waiting patiently for me. Hi, Phoebe. I am laundered. I am moisturized. I didn't even put any makeup on. I'm having one of those really lazy days. And I have to admit, I have been into a book that I cannot put down, and I cannot remember the last time a book has done this. I have been up so late at night, getting up really early in the morning so I can read this book. And it's not even a new book, it's been around for ages, and most people have heard about it. I don't know what took me so long to read this book, but it is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. Now, I know if you are a book lover out there, you've heard of this. If you love dark academia, you've heard of this. It is the quintessential book about dark academia. And about a year ago, I tried to listen to this by an audiobook, and that was a huge mistake. As you know, audiobooks, you have to be pretty present with them, and I wasn't. And I kind of got lost and I got bored. I actually thought the story was kind of stupid. But it was sitting on my shelf because Mike got me this beautiful copy. I don't know what it is about this copy, but I think this is one of the most beautiful covers of any book. I don't know why. It's not even that special, but I just love this so much. So I promised myself that in the fall I would start reading this. I started reading this a little over a week ago, and I am in love with this book. This book is tickling my brain the way a book should, and I just cannot put it down. And they say that all of dark academia kind of stems from this book, or this defines dark academia. And if you aren't familiar with dark academia, it's like dark libraries and dark halls and studying and study groups and secret histories and secret departments. And I just love that whole aesthetic so much. And this book is doing it for me. I love this copy so much that I was finding myself like bending the book back. So I actually downloaded it for free on the Libby app, and I'm able to read it on my Kindle so I don't destroy this copy of it. You guys, if you love dark academia, if you haven't read this book, which I know a lot of you have because it's not a new book,
If you love dark academia and that whole aesthetic and you want to just immerse yourself in that world, this is the book for you. And the writing in this book is just exquisite. It's so easy to follow. It's so beautifully written. I want to just immerse myself. I wish I could just jump in the pages of this book. It's so beautiful. But yes, so I'm currently reading this right now. And I got a few other books for the fall. I don't know if I'll get to them this fall, but all these books just kind of was hitting me when I was at the bookstore. And this is Home Where the Bodies Are, and it looks like a videotape. I think that's kind of cool looking. After their mother passes, three estranged siblings reunite to sort out their estate. Beth, the oldest, never left home. She stayed with her mom, caring for her until the very end. Nicole, the middle child, has been kept at arm's length due to her ongoing battle with a serious drug addiction. Michael, the youngest, lives out of the state and hasn't been back to their small Wisconsin town since their father ran out on them 7 years prior. While going through their parents' belongings, the siblings stumble upon a collection of home videos and decide to revisit those happier memories. However, the nostalgia is cut short when one of the VHS tapes reveals a night back in 1999 that none of them have any recollection of. On screen, their father appears covered in blood. What follows is a dead body and a pact between their parents to get rid of it before the video abruptly ends. Beth, Nicole, and Michael must now decide whether to leave the past in the past or uncover the dark secret their mother took to her grave. Yeah, this sounds really good. We're getting into spooky season. It's time to get those books out. So this one is A Short Walk Through a Wild World by Douglas Westerbeck. Paris, 1885. Aubrey Torvel, a spoiled and stubborn 9-year-old, comes across a wooden puzzle ball on her walk home from school. She tosses it over a fence only to find it back in her backpack that evening. Days later, a family dinner, she starts to bleed to death. When medical treatments only make her worse, she flees to the outskirts of the city where she realizes that this is the very act of movement that keeps her alive. So begins her long life journey around the world, constantly on the run from her disease, which won't allow her to stay anywhere for more than a few days. That just sounds really wild to me and really good. And then one of my favorite booktubers, Alexandra, she was reading this, The Saturday Night Ghost Club by Craig Davidson, and she thought it was going to be more of like a ghost story, but she said it was much more than that. So Jake Baker spends most of his time with his uncle Calvin, who is kind but very eccentric, and he is an enthusiast of like occult artifacts and conspiracy theories. The summer Jake turns 12, he befriends a pair of siblings new to town, and so Calvin initiates them into the Saturday Night Ghost Club. But as the summer goes on, what begins as a seemingly lighthearted project will uncover mysteries darker than any of its members, young or grown, had ever imagined. So this sounded really good to me too. I'll have to admit, I bought this book because I thought the cover was absolutely stunning. And honestly, I don't think I even still know what it's about. It's called The Spell Shot by Sarah Beth Durst. It takes a village to open a heart and just one man to steal it. Keely has always had trouble dealing with people. Thankfully, as a librarian at the Great Library of Elysium, she and her assistant Kaz, a magically sentient spider plant, have spent the last decades sequestered among the Empire's most precious spell books, preserving their magic for the city's elite. When a revolution begins and the library goes up in flames, she and Kaz flee with all the spell books they can carry and head to a remote island Keela never thought she'd see again, her childhood home. In the need of some income, Kayla identifies something that even the bakery in town doesn't have: jam. With the help of her old recipe book her parents left her and a bit of illegal magic, her cottage garden is soon covered in ripe berries. But magic can do more than make life a little sweeter, so Kayla risks the consequences of using unsanctioned spells and opens the island's first ever and much needed secret spell shop. So this just sounds cute and magical, and yeah, just the colors in this book I think got me more than anything. So the next book I got is called Old School by Tobias Wolff, And I was so desperate to find anything that could resemble The Secret History that I came across this. It was a used book on Amazon, so I got this pretty cheap. But again, I love the cover. It is like of a university. And in this book, you are following a young man who's trying to navigate this university, but he's being someone he's not. And I guess during his last year, everything that he's worked hard for has unraveled. And so, yeah, so that just reminds me a little bit of The Secret History. So I thought that would be a fun read. And then the last book that I got for hopefully I'll read this fall is How to Solve Your Own Murder. Again, loving the vibes of this cover here. Frances Adams always said that she would be murdered, and she was right. It was 1965, and teenage Frances Adams is at an English country fair with her two best friends. But Frances's life takes a hairpin turn when a fortune teller makes a bone-chilling prediction. One day, Frances will be murdered. Frances spends a lifetime trying to solve a crime that hasn't happened yet, compiling dirt on every person who crosses her path in an effort to prevent her own demise. For decades, no one takes Frances seriously until that is nearly 60 years later when Frances is found murdered. I thought this seemed like a good story to kind of get lost in. So yeah, these are the books that I am hoping to get to this fall. They all sound really good, but you know how it is. When you have ideas for books that you want to read, you might change your vibe, change your mind, but this is the one I'm focused on right now. Also, I know we said we would talk about this, not this, this. You guys, it's time. It's time. It is time. A lot of you may have seen this. oh, but this is a little ghost holding a pumpkin, and I love this so much. A lot of people are going on, I think it's Pottery Barn. They're selling this for like almost $80. It's a pillow. $80. Don't do that, okay? I don't mind spending money on things that are nice if it's going to be out year round, but for something so seasonal such as Halloween, don't do that. I got this on Amazon for much less. I don't remember the exact price, but I'm going to link this down below. It's almost the same exact thing as the one on Pottery Barn. Don't spend that kind of money, okay? I'm not in that tax bracket to be spending $80 on a ghost pillow. But yeah, this is just as cute, and again, it'll be out for the next, well, I've actually had this out since beginning of August, but it wasn't supposed to show up here until the 1st of September. I got this very, very quickly. But yes, this is a time to order this if you want a little ghost pillow. Surprised Phoebe hasn't destroyed it yet. But yeah, so I think this is a good time to pick yourself up a nice Halloween pillow that's not going to break the bank. All right, here's a quick life update. If you don't care, just blow through the video, it doesn't matter. But I know I haven't been uploading as much as I have over the last few months, but a lot has happened and it's been very difficult for me to be consistent. First off, I do have a full-time job. Doing this is just like a side thing for me. It's a lot of fun. I do like making videos and I love to edit videos, but it is time consuming. It takes time to do all that. But what's happened right after the new year, shortly after the new year, I had all these grandiose plans. You know how it goes. I had like all these plans to do more vlogs. I was going to make these type of videos. I had all these great ideas. But then the first thing that happened is we had a major tree problem at our house. We had two major trees, like the biggest trees on our property, that came down on our yard and went across to our neighbor's yard, and we had to get major tree service done. And I don't care about talking about money, but it was like a $5,000 to do. It could have been worse. It could have been better. But what we didn't realize, what really irritated me more than anything, was we thought the tree service also included taking the trees away with them. It didn't happen. We're like, okay, so you cut the trees down, but you just left them for us. I'm talking like 50-foot trees, okay, large trees, fully mature trees, just laid all around our property. Now, we knew that they were coming here to not only cut the trees down, but to grind the stumps. And we said, okay, while you're here, let's just get rid of any potential trees that could do any more damage. So we just did a lot. I think a total of 5 trees we took down, and we had about 7 stumps that were ground up because we had a previous owner of this house that cut trees down, but stumps were there. We're figuring, okay, just get rid of the stumps too. They had stump grinders to do all that. So early on, like literally in March, right before spring was hitting, our yard looked awful. It was so awful. It was so ugly. It was tore up because he had to bring all these big machines. I could get over that. That's the first world problem. I get it. But when I came home, I was shocked at how much damage and how much trees were just laying over our property. So, what Mike and I had to do early on, like early in March, we started ourselves cutting the trees, splitting the wood, and building fires. And I knew that we only had a finite amount of time to get this done because summer here is awful. It's hot, it's humid, cannot do work like that. So we were really trying our best to like get what we could done, with every waking hour, every waking weekend, every time after work, we were trying our best to do this tree work, and it was exhausting. It was my entire weekend. And yeah, so that's one of the things that made me allowing to do videos difficult. So I really couldn't do that.
I have some books that I want to bring to a couple of free little libraries. So just want to drop these off. I got my books in here. I have 2 books in here now. I have 2 more to drop off because there is another free little library in town.
I'm in my backyard right now, and it is so nice out here today. It is barely 70 degrees and it's very breezy. I hope this doesn't come across too bad on the video, but I wanted to do a couple of talking heads today, so there's not one long talking head. I haven't been able to post a lot over the last few months, and I think the number one thing I wanted to explain to some of you guys is that I'm not sick. I know across my videos I've had a lot of you guys reach out very sweetly and asking like, why are you doing a video if you're not feeling well, or I hope you feel better, and oh, I hear that you're stuffed up, I hope you feel well soon. And that's all very, very sweet, but I'm not sick. I actually need sinus surgery. I have chronic sinusitis and I have polyps in my nose, and I'm going through the process right now of seeing an ENT, getting all the testing done. But because of my insurance, they wanted me to do blah, blah, blah first, like all this stuff before they kind of jump right into surgery. So I think sometime this fall or sometime this winter, I'm going to have sinus surgery. So I'm not sick, I feel fine. But the problem is, my sinuses have been getting worse. I'm finding it difficult to do voiceovers. Talking for a long period of time, I start to get clicking in my sinuses and I can hear it. And sometimes it makes me cough. And right now I can hear clicking out of this ear. I can't really hear my own voice that well. I feel like both of my hands are over my ears. I'm that stuffed up. My entire sinus cavity is just inflamed. And it's been kind of challenging to even say certain words because you don't realize how much back pressure into your sinuses, like through your nose, that you need to say certain words. I can't even hum anymore. And yeah, it's gotten really bad. So I'm not sick. The other thing that has made things difficult over the past few months is that both of my dogs decided to have ER visits. And once my dogs are sick, everything I do is on the back burner. I'm sorry, I completely shut down. One of my dogs, Cora, she's going to be 10 years old. She was just diagnosed with an enlarged liver. So obviously that put us in a tailspin because we were thinking, oh my gosh, she has a tumor. Here we go, but she doesn't have a tumor. She just has an enlarged liver. And they don't really know why. But we don't feel like paying the thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, as you know, to figure it out with biopsies and all that. But she's been on 2 different liver medicines. One is a supplement called Denamarin, and she's on something called ursodiol. So she's on 2 different medicines, and she is very stable right now. I would say the only problem with her right now is that she doesn't have a great appetite, so she doesn't want to eat a lot. So she has lost a lot of weight, but we're trying to mix things up, making sure she's comfortable. But right now she's pretty stable. And the other one, Phoebe, the white dog, the white and black dog, she decided one morning in the middle of the night, like literally 1 a.m., that her back legs didn't work. Now, she's only 4, and she went 2 days without it. And so we were scared. We're like, oh my God, here we go. This dog loves to run around. She loves to play ball. And they just said it was a musculoskeletal issue, that maybe the way she jumped off a bed or something like that, that just pulled something in her back. Within 2 days, she looked completely back to normal. But needless to say, those were very expensive visits, and it just took a lot of out of us. You know, I was very worried, especially about Cora, because it took us weeks to get her the proper diagnosis and on the proper treatment. So, anyway, that's where I've been over the past few months. So, hopefully, things get a little bit more back to normal where I can have a more consistent posting schedule. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And I want to thank Rieta once again for sending me some really cool electronic lighters. I will link their stuff down below. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me today. And until next time, cheers.